Welcome to Footsteps to Brilliance training on Clever Kids University Pre-Reader. Clever Kids University Pre-Reader is a wonderful app for students and children to be able to learn all of the foundational skills that they need for kindergarten readiness. Now, this is a very powerful and it's a bilingual app in Spanish and English that prepares children for kindergarten with weekly fun books and games in English and Spanish that can be accessed on any smartphone, tablet, or computer anytime, anywhere. Now, it does provide you with a comprehensive curriculum that covers all of the domains of kindergarten readiness, such as language and literacy to physical and perceptual development. Now, Clever Kids University also offers daily lessons to support kindergarten readiness, and it's very easy to navigate. Now, there are hundreds of interactive ebooks that toggle between English and Spanish, and a variety of games that promote practice in English and Spanish pre-literacy skills. It also has puzzles and games that practice math skills, as well as science games that teach vocabulary, logic, and reasoning, all available in English and Spanish. There are unique activities that encourage social and emotional development and language skills, and academic skills like counting and colors are introduced in fun and engaging ways. There's also opportunities for students to track their progress and receive rewards. So coins come for every game that they master and stars for every day they return and play on the app to keep the children motivated. So the students are rewarded with seeing how many stars and how many coins they earn through all their progress along the way. Now I'm going to take you into our app so that you can see for yourself all these wonderful features. Now, the first thing you'll need to do is go to www.myf2b.com, and that's what I've done up here. It's going to take you to this screen, giving you some options to log in. So I can log in using my super secret code, I can log in using a student ID, or I can log in using a username or password. And we also have the ability to sign in with Clever if you're using the Clever system with your program with your students. So for us as adults, we'll be logging in using a username and password. Once we log in, this is the screen you're going to see. Right here, it's going to say welcome and your name, and it's going to ask you, which app would you like to play? So there may be some other choices here, but the app that we're focusing on today is Clever Kids University Pre-Reader. So we take a look here and we can see Clever Kids University Pre-Reader. This is the app I'm going to choose. After I click on this, then my screen's going to look like this. It's going to take you to this page. This will be the landing page. And here you can see that Clever Kids University has trains. And so the students are actually going to be working on activities within this train. So the first train is called Sam's Train. So Sam's Train consists of, you can see week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of work. So when students come in here, the first thing they're going to see here is week 1. Now, what you're going to find for students is you're going to notice that I'm going to come down here as you see some work's been done. You see week 7 here is locked and it's grayed out. And that's because the work hasn't been completed. Once all the work is completed, then the next train car will open. So you as a teacher, though, from your perspective, you as a person working with a child, from your perspective, will have the ability to lock and unlock trains. So you can see what content is in there. So the very easy way to do that is to click here on this little lock. You click it from yours and notice everything opens up. And so this gives you a chance to also take a look and play and see the different activities that are there that may be locked. But the students will not have that ability. So when they come into one, I'm going to give you an example here. We'll go into train car week 1. You're going to see that you have 5 days worth of activities. In these 5 days of activities, in each day you have 4 activities to do, and this student here, this here is showing that they've all been completed, which is why you see stars. So I'll show you a week where you don't see stars, but this one you see stars because all the work has been completed, and that's why they have this big check mark in the middle. So you can quickly see that they've completed this, and they can quickly see that they have. So day one has a focus, and day one's focus is going to focus on really alphabet knowledge. And so what you're going to see here is they have an opportunity in number one in order to read a book, actually sing a book. In this case, they're singing the alphabet song. Day two is giving them the ability to letter trace. Day three is having them draw the letter. And day four is an identification game where the students actually go in and play a game to identify that letter. Now, after they complete an activity, this turns into a star, letting them know that that's been successfully completed. And then they move on to the next pieces. Once they've completed all four activities, then the students can go into day two. Now notice this here, day two has a math focus. So as we click in here, you'll see number concepts, geometry, and patterns are our focus. Here, students would be counting up to 5. They'd also have some number tracing, as well as popping some balloons in order to identify those numbers, and also a mighty match game. So students have a lot of different ways to interact with math and act with these number concepts in fun and engaging ways. So if I click on balloon pop to show you an example,
touch the B above the balloon showing a set of 1.
So here the students will take a look and see which one is showing a set of 1. And so all they would have to do is say, I see here that I have 1 here. I can click on the B.
Wow, you're doing a great job.
1.
I get a star here to show that I've successfully completed that. And so I'm also earning points. And so this is a great way for them to work on identifying the number, seeing it here, and also getting points for it. And so I'm going to continue and come back here and show you. So that's our day 2 focus. Our day 3 focus is focusing on science. So if I click on this one, you'll see that here we have STEM, science, technology, math, logic, and reasoning. You'll notice that our science series of Earth and Sky is present here, as well as students having a chance to guess what's next, as well as ordering up. And so students would work through these activities as well. And once they've done those activities successfully, they can continue on to the next day. Now, students can work on different days and interchangeably, so they don't have to go in that sequence when it comes to the days, but they will need to finish all 5 days work in order for the next train car to open. So if I go to day 4, since I've done day 3, here I've got print concepts and phonological awareness. Again, you'll notice we get to see our alphabet song again. So students get repeated opportunities to see the books and to work in books as well as to sing the songs. Here they're playing a game called Maze, where they're also identifying this letter A. We continue on that focus. And then they get to peek and explore, another activity with A. And in here, they're actually identifying words that have the letter A. And so we continue every day and through these activities to really reinforce those particular concepts. Now, I will show you as well in day 5, which has a social emotional focus. Here we got writing, social and emotional development. So here, notice this book's here again. Absolutely. Students having multiple opportunities to be exposed to it and work with it, read it, sing it. And you'll notice they have factory floor, which is also helping them to identify. They're drawing here. And then we also have something called talk time. Now I'm going to click on talk time.
Talk to a grown-up about the question below. Then record yourself answering the question.
In this activity, students are actually they're being given a question in order to ask an adult. Now, after they ask this, they're going to be able to record themselves. So here it says, this week you learned the alphabet song. Can you record yourself singing it? Notice this megaphone is getting big and small and big. It's trying to draw your attention to it, because if I click on this, it will read this for me. And so that's a handy way for us to be able to support students so that they have a chance to, if they can't read this, but they can hear it being read to them. Now, once they've completed all these activities, then they come back and they've done all 5 days. And so this is a great way for them to be able to finish all of this work, and then they're going to continue on into the next train car. So I have checks here because I've successfully completed all those parts. So when I come back here to my train, you're going to see I was in week 1. I'm coming back to week 1. You'll see that I have completed every single activity. Notice there's 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because in day 1 there are 4 activities. And so that's why you have 4 blocks. So as they're successfully completed, then these will highlight and fill in for them, allowing, once all of this is complete, they'll be able to go into the following week and continue week 2. So this is a great way for students to be accountable to really complete their assignments and complete the work that's been given on this particular app. Now, I'm sure you've noticed this toggle, and I haven't mentioned it, haven't shown it to you yet, but this toggle up here in the corner, this is our language toggle. So you can toggle between English and Spanish. So this is English, this is Español. So if I click on it, that is how quickly it changes. So now my activities, everything in my train cars, all of the work that we were doing is all going to be in Spanish. And so, as you can see, I've got my días here. This has been changed. I come into my different activities, and that's what I'm going to see. And so you see the book is now in Spanish. All the activities are in Spanish. And so it's that simple to convert between English and Spanish. Anywhere you see this toggle, you can go back and forth. So if you're in a book and you'd like to see it, the English version or the Spanish version, it's very simple to just click on the toggle and switch into that language. Now, you're probably wondering, wow, these are a lot of things and concepts that kids are learning. How can I keep track of this? And how will I know about it? Well, what we've created here on this bar here, you're going to see there's a scope and sequence. And so I'm going to click on this to open it up. And what I want you to see is that in our scope and sequence, here you can see week by week what students are learning by each train. So you'll see there's a nursery rhyme focus because, of course, using nursery rhymes is something that we believe in very firmly to really help students to learn and to practice singing as well. I mean, those are just important things for students to be able to learn and work with. And they're just very positive as well, and are fun and engaging. So here you can see underneath literacy, we've got like alphabet song, writing your name, the letter A. Under number sense, counting to 5, write the number 1. Logic, reasoning, and science, we've got matching, first, next, last, attend to details, and the science word is avalanche. And the social motion activity, here they're singing the alphabet song and they're drawing my name. And it also shows you the science book as well as the counting book they're working with that week. So I can see everything that's in Sam's train. But as I go down further, I can also see the things that are in Tad's train, Sid's train, as well as Meg's train. And so this is a great way for you as someone who is working with students to be able to see what's coming up and what's ahead. And so students you can actually see all the things that they're working on. Now, I'm going back to our site. And I am going to show you a few more things about this app. So I also have, this is my progress. This is where students would have an opportunity to earn points and also show their stars and the different things that they're working on. And the rewards and accolades that they get because they're earning stars and they're earning points. And so if I click on my progress, it's going to take me where I am. So as you can see, I've got letters, I've got numbers, science, reading, creativity, and I've earned some coins. I've got 72 coins here. I've also shows me how many words I've read. So I've read over 10,000 words, and how many stars that I have on my calendar, which is 20. So I click on my stars, it's going to take me to my calendar. And what this calendar is showing me are the days that I've actually logged into Clever Kids University Pre-Reader and worked in the app. And so every time I have done that, I'm going to see a star show up on my calendar. And so this is, again, a great way for them to be able to visually see and track that star they earned. And they get very excited when they see that they've earned a star on their calendars. So that you're going to find in my progress. Now, if I come down to Together Time, this is a really wonderful feature that is in this particular app. And here what you're going to find is you're actually going to find activities that you can do at home and that can be sent home. And what will happen is you get 2 activities a week, and it's going to tell you what you need to do it. In this case, you just need your voice. The activity is going to be explained here. And as you go down, they're also going to have talk about it. So this is something that's a great tool and a resource that you can send home for students to do with their family. So there's 2 different activities here. This also toggles between language. So it's in English right now, but if I want it to be in Spanish, I just have to click on the toggle. And so this is going to now show me the Spanish version. This is printable. Let me move this. This is printable, so you can print these documents out, or they, of course, are located right on the dashboard of our Clever Kids University pre-reader app. And so it's right here in Together Time. So my lessons is going to take you right here to this page where it's going to show the trains where I am. My progress is going to take you to where all the coins and all the stars are earned. Together Time is going to take me where all of the activities that can be sent home for families to do are located. And the scope and sequence is going to show me all of the different things that my students are going to be learning when they go through these train cars. And so right here, this is a really wonderful thing that you can see happen. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go into week 4. So I want to show you how it looks when someone hasn't completed activities yet. So here I have the 4 stars in the corner. I have the check mark. I also, but then when you look here on day 3, you'll see that I don't have the stars yet, but I do have some check marks because there's 4 activities that need to be done. And in this case, you can see in day 3, 3 activities have been completed, but not the 4th. And that's the reason it's showing up big and kind of flashing to give you attention that this is where you need to continue. As you can see here, day 4 had an activity completed and day 5 had an activity completed, but the other ones are blank for that. Once this is completed, it's going to look like this with the 4 stars and the check mark to show that this activity has been done. So I'm going to take you into one of these books, our nursery rhymes. This is It's Raining, It's Pouring, and this is a book that is a song, but I need to show you some features that are located in the book. Right here, you're going to see this purple megaphone. If you click on the purple megaphone, what's going to happen is that the book is actually going to be sung. So I'm going to come here. So I'm going to click on this.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring.
So students can click on the purple megaphone and listen to the song being sung. They can also click on individual words.
Raining.
And in this case, it's going to sing them because this is a song.
Pouring.
Students can also come here and use this red microphone. This red microphone gives students the ability to record themselves singing the song. So they click on it, they click on record, and here they can sing the song, It's Raining, It's Pouring, and then they can stop it, and then they can listen. And here they can sing the song, It's Raining, It's Pouring, and then they can stop it. And if they click on the microphone again, it disappears. And so this is a really great way for kids to be able to not just listen to the song being sung to them, work through the words it might be struggling with, but they also get to record themselves and listen to themselves singing, which is also a lot of fun for kids. Another thing about these books is that they are interactive. So as you can see, I have my little, I scrolled over and I have a little hand there that lets me know there's something there.
Blanket.
And so I can come here.
Mole.
And here we have some more vocabulary terms popping up. And so students can come here.
Snail.
And the books
Lamp.
will be interactive for them.
Nightstand.
And so they have another opportunity to hear some more vocabulary, as well as get a very distinct label here that shows them exactly what that nightstand is and where it is. And so this gives kids another opportunity to hear words and to get a better understanding of that. So they can click.
Sunflowers.
anywhere it turns into a hand, and they'll be able to do that. And kids have a lot of fun playing in these books, not just listening to the songs and then recording and then also getting to hear themselves singing it back, but then they also get to come in and work with the book that's interactive. Now, I've shown you a little bit about our book features here, so you're able to see that. You're also able to see the train sets and how this is unlocked. So again, once this is completed, this train will automatically unlock for students. But you as a teacher just have to click up here and everything becomes unlocked for you. And that way you can see what's there. And here are the lessons. It's going to take you here. My progress, again, takes you to where the students collect coins and also get to see their stars. Together time is for our families in order for them to do this at home. The scope and sequence for you. And of course, we also have help. But let me not forget one major thing, teacher resources. So if you click on teacher resources, I can come here. I want to show you lesson plans. And so here you're going to find that Clever Kids University Pre-Reader actually has a set of lesson plans that work with it. So you can come in here and actually have the ability to see all the different weeks here and lesson plans. And so you can take resources from them and you can use those resources for whatever you'd like. So if, say I come here, I'm going to open up letter D. I have my plans. I have a home progress chart. I have activity sheets, and I also have the Together Time sheets here. So if I want to access those Together Time sheets, I can do it from where I showed you originally, or I can come here and click on this star and get the Together Time sheets for this week. So if I open up my lesson plans, you can see that here I have each day's lesson, modeling through whole group activities. That's what these lesson plans are for. And so here you'd be able to sing along. There's different things for you to be able to do to work with your students when they're working with this particular app. There's also extension activities. There's writing, a syllable count, as well as a home extension. And here it goes through. So every single week has a set of lesson plans to go with it. So that's also additional resources for teachers. We also, again, the scope and sequence, which is important for us to see. So this is, again, I'm going to go back to our lesson plans area. And here you'll be able to see all the different things that you can do to help you with Clever Kids University. So as always, you can click on help, and help will take you into a self-help area where you might be able to look up resources for yourself of questions you might have, as well as put in a support ticket if there's any help that you need beyond that. So I'm going to come back here. I'm clicking on curriculum. This is going to ask me which app I want to come into. And so I can also come here to get back to our app. Now, I have here, you probably notice these big green arrows. You might be noticing, asking yourself what they're for. There's two ways to work with this app. You can work online, where you are working straight online, you're on the website, you're live, or you can work on a downloaded app. So you can download content. That's the great part about this app, not having to be online the whole time. You can download the app and download content onto a device. And all the content on the device, students can work with it without having to be connected to the internet for that piece of content. So they would need the internet in order to download the app and download the content, but they will not need the internet in order to play with the activities once those things are downloaded. This big green arrow is the download button for this particular week 5. As you can see, there's a green arrow, a green thing here that says download all. So I can download all the train cars I want, or I can come here and download one train car at a time. So say I have a concern with storage on my device, then this is something I can do week by week and just download the particular week that I'd like to work with. Now you'll notice this grayed out button. It says delete off. If I click on this, this turns a delete on, which means that anything I have that's downloaded already is going to show up with a red X. So week 4 for me is downloaded to my device. But if I click on the red X, that will take it off. And so I can easily get content off of my device once I've completed it or I don't need it anymore, and I can easily get it back on. The delete button has to be turned on, so I can come here and turn the delete off, and now the option to delete this is no longer showing. This is again something you'd be able to do from your place as a teacher, as an instructor, or a parent, but this would not be an option available on the students version. So this is our tools for the adults and not for the students. And so I just want to reassure you and let you know once again that Clever Kids University Pre-Reader is an incredible application that students can use that will really help to facilitate and work and grow students with their vocabulary, with their literacy, with all of those skills that they need that are so necessary for building those foundational skills to build upon. And hopefully today you've learned how to use this particular app and how to navigate your way through it, as well as how to find the teacher resources, and also a lot of the pieces that it contains, as well as how to see the weeks, how to go through the scope and sequence. And so I hope you are able to feel comfortable working with Clever Kids University Pre-Reader. Clever Kids University Pre-Reader is a wonderful tool to really help build up those foundational skills for our students so they can be stronger and really build a great foundation for literacy. So thank you again for your time, and goodbye.